Hi, Emma here. We're going to do a bit of a travelling live today. So I'm not entirely going to be looking at you because I don't want to create a health and safety incident where I end up falling over. So I'm kind of looking and also looking where I'm going at the same time. See, multitasking. So Emma here, and I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about why being mentally healthy is so important to me. There's been a lot of publicity recently about mental health, with the Royals really engaging with the subject and Mental Health Awareness Week and all of that. And I think that's really good, but a lot of the time we talk about mental health almost at the end, almost at the point where somebody has become mentally unhealthy, and raising awareness around how we should deal with that and the support and the help around that. And actually, I believe that we all have a responsibility to be mentally healthy and focus on that, because when I was growing up, my mum was manically depressed. She went into the system. She had postnatal depression, and a lot of that was because she felt it necessary in her mind to almost sacrifice herself for us. And by the way, she doesn't know I talk about her. So she felt that was important, and it does sound important, but it meant as a result that she became so mentally unhealthy, and that had a really big impact on me, and that's why I turned to food, and I became mentally unhealthy as well. It impacted my physical body, it impacted how I felt about the world, it impacted so much of my life. And initially, when I became really heavy and I was at a point where I could barely walk, I just tackled the physical problem. I lost weight. I went to a diet club and I lost weight. And once I'd lost weight and I went on the journey to sort of discover more about me and sort of what else could I do to eat, I realised I started to still have loads of issues around my mental health. I would get very, very stressed, very angry. People must wonder what I'm doing. I'd still eat. I'd still comfort eat. And little things in my life started to trigger. And I realised that actually my mental well-being was a big, big, big factor. So I remember the first time I did meditation, and literally I lied there and tears ran down my face, because I'm not really laughing because tears ran down my face, I'm laughing because I'm doing this. So tears ran down my face, and I remember that, and I was lying there at the gym and we'd done yoga, and it was just sheer relief, because my mind had been it's like in overdrive, but it was in overdrive in such a negative way, and it was horrible, and it was just such a relief to meditate. So I'm on a car park now. So it was such a relief to meditate, and as I went through various different things and I learned more and more about, I learned about Reiki, I learned about emotional freedom technique, I learned about so much. And then I started to, because all of this journey has been about me and about almost me becoming the best of me, and I'm still on that journey. I'm still learning about how to keep healthy and what goes on in my life and how to manage that. That's never going to stop, because that's the whole point. It's what can we do to keep mentally healthy, physically healthy, because then that enables us to do great things. So, like, I moved to the sea because that was an ambition of mine. I'd have never been able to do that. Here we go. I've done so much because I've worked on my mental and physical health that I would never have dreamt possible. And that's the point. It's not about scales. It's not about what you look like. It's about becoming mentally and physically in a space which means that you can achieve the things you want to achieve in life. You can be a brilliant example to your kids, and like I see that with my nieces, and that's why mental health is just so an important part of what drives me, that I really want to help people to see in themselves, to bring together mental and physical well-being. And you know, we're in this world with the NHS struggling and all of that, and it's because we're very much geared towards solving the end. So like solving it once, like a gastric band, or like admitting someone into a psychiatric hospital. But what I want to create is a preventative approach, so that we don't get to that point. That would just be an awesome world. I'm now back at my car. So that's a little bit more about what drives me and why mental health is so important. And I've managed to do this just as it's about to start to rain, which is rather cool. So I will wish you a fabulous rest of your day, and I will see you tomorrow. Oh, I will. I'll see you tomorrow. Oh wait, I'm trying to